Good morning, welcome to Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. When I begin my show, I like to take a few seconds and pay respect to the law enforcement officers of Liberia. Those are the people we're depending on right now to maintain the peace and the stability in Liberia. Our law enforcement officers. So let me take some time and pay them respect. Let them know that we honor them and we're looking up to them to keep our country safe. Good morning. What's in the news for today? Our country is troubled. Trouble. Why? We have killers among us. We have killers among us, and these people are threatening our safety, our peace, our national security. Let me bring in my correspondent from Liberia, Mr. Samuel Wicker. Let's talk about this. Sam, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, good morning, brother. I'm trying to set up.
I know, man. Set up. So,
I know, man. Yeah, please. Please.
well, I'll come back to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, you ready? What's up in Liberia?
No, set up. Can you pick up here?
Okay. We having connectivity issues. You ready? Let him get set up. I'll call you back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you look down my news this morning, we got news of all these warlords rising up in our country again. I mean, we got problems with our sanctioned individuals, the rogues, who our people continue to put back in power because they benefited from it. This is the same thing that happened in Rhode Island here. When the people are corrupt, they get a corrupt leader who is inherently corrupt and spreads the wealth to everybody, divides our money like that his private money. So the people vote for him because they like that. But that's not good for our country. And those things happen in nations. And if you don't have a higher power to put a halt to it, poor people suffer, man. People suffer. Because when a leader is corrupt, only certain people benefit. Everybody don't benefit. Only he and his buddy benefit. They would throw some crumbs here and there, but our nation as a whole does not benefit. It doesn't. And time again, we suffer from this. Now we got the opportunity to change our country. We have the opportunity to set our country correct. For you and for me. Not for one group of people that think they deserve something for our country, or that we owe them something, or that their family have done so much for us that we got to pay them. No, this country is for all of us. And the only way we enjoy it, we really enjoy our country, except we get rid of all that stupidity about tribalism, nepotism, all that family stuff, and we, the people, monitor our government. We got to do it. Just like these people in America monitor their government. All the complaints against the government are not the government bringing it out in this country. The private organization that set up themselves with money to monitor government and its activities. Because if government must be fair, we cannot depend all the time on government to regulate itself. No, that's why private people and private organizations with money set up means of checking and balance on the government. And they ask for support from the public. We got groups like the ACLU in America. We got different American Civil Liberty Union. We got different groups in America that ask for help every month. The right people will say give us money, but they show you the work they're doing. They bring law cases against government agencies. They're not doing their work. Writ of mandamus, certiorari. They bring all the writs to review the work of the government officials, to force them to do their work. So when you have these public groups evaluating the performances of the government officials and government, we have check and balances in the society. They may not always get it right, but when we support these guys, we show that people are getting paid. It's their job. They're not doing nothing else. They're not going to take care of their mom, baby, or their sister, cousin. None of that. We pay them money to sit down there and monitor government, check on government, file lawsuits where they need to be filed. Why? Because of all the laws we have, government may be oversight. There may be oversight in government. There may be certain laws people will not do it because they're not forced to do it. They don't feel it's necessary. We haven't done it before. There are many reasons why laws are not implemented. And these government officials, excuse me, responsible to implement these laws, sometimes are so caught up in different things that they neglect their responsibilities to the public. And with these groups that are sitting a man like me who got my own podcast, I'm not working for government, I'm not working for nobody. So when things come out, I'm not worried about government sacking me. I'm not getting paid from government. Yeah, I worry about going to court with the government, being arrested and stuff like that. But that comes with the territory. Because sometimes when people want you to shut up, they will use any means to shut you up. And it doesn't matter whether you're wrong or right. If people just don't like the topic you're talking about, want to shut you up, and they got power, and they think they can manipulate the system to get what they want, they can do what they want to do with you. The same Buddy Salyasi in Rhode Island here. I remember who on the show. That was Howard Stern. The big guy, Howard Stern, was on the news in Rhode Island here. He was talking something about Buddy. What's that, Howard? Yeah, I think that was Howard. I think that was Howard Hughes. And he was talking something about Buddy. And Buddy called him and told him he didn't like it or something like that. And he would cut him off the air. And those guys thought Buddy was joking. I myself was listening to the show. But if it wasn't Howard, it was somebody on the air. Some big person on the air. And we're listening to it. And Buddy told the person, you keep on doing that, I'll cut you off the air. Everybody Buddy will cut you off the air. You got to go through the FCC. You got as a federal thing. You can't just cut somebody off the air. And Buddy said, I'll cut you off the air. You keep it up. The guy himself thought Buddy was joking. All of us didn't believe it. Buddy cut the guy off the air. He cut the guy off the air. I said, whoa, I couldn't believe it, man. All of a sudden, the guy wasn't on the air no more. And it came up with another show, another kind of program. I was like, what? That's how strong Buddy was. That's how connected this guy was. And the federal government couldn't tolerate that, man. You know, one man coming and cutting people off the air. And that's how powerful he was. Because everybody liked Buddy. Buddy was a man. And he was likable. There is no doubt about it. You sit with Buddy, you like Buddy. Because Buddy will offer you everything what you want. He will help you. But you gotta make a donation to his charity. You gotta make a donation to his charity. And you know that where the corruption is. Because if you don't make a donation, he ain't talking to you no more. Because Buddy helped me have a show. And Buddy told my wife donate to a charity. And she didn't tell me. I wasn't paying attention to him. I was so involved with it. Us discussing the issue of my show, the show we're going to have. I didn't hear him when he said that. It was just something he said at the end, or donate to that charity. And there were people there at the show representing Buddy for the charity. But I didn't hear him say donate to them. So when they came, I let them in, everything was free, they had everything. But we didn't make that donation. And my wife didn't tell me that after the show, we sitting down, she said, oh, he told us to make a donation. So I said, what? I said, why you didn't tell me? I would have made a donation in a heartbeat. You see, but after that, everywhere we saw Buddy just avoid us because we didn't make that donation. And you see, these kind of things, I'm not used to it, man. I'm not used to it. Seriously. I mean, you want somebody to come up and tell me, say, Mr. Chesson, do so and so, I'll do it. But they hinting and they backdoor things. I'm not used to those kind of things, man. I do my things straight. Because if I can't put it together, I will not do it. But I ain't going to steal from here and steal from there and steal from other people to get what I want to get. What's the use of that, man? You do all of that in the end, you lose. You will lose some kind of way. Your reputation, your integrity, your money. You lose some kind of way. Whenever you try to be crooked and you want to act like a stand-up person, you will lose. Because you're not a stand-up person, you're crooked. But you won't pretend. Let me bring my correspondent on. I think he's back here. Sam, what's up?
Yeah, well, morning.
Not bad, man. I'm glad you came back. My man.
Yeah, man.
I don't like all this news in Liberia with all these mercenaries and warlords. What the hell is going on in Liberia, man?
Well, it seems as though Liberia is preparing for another war. The warlords are bringing in fighters.
What the military doing about that? What the government doing about that?
The government has not made any statement because maybe it's in their interest. We know that we heard that 250 of Gambians in Monrovia. They came out with a graduate. The superintendent of graduate county, Kai Fale, brought his guy into Monrovia. In fact, a fortnight ago, they attacked butt naked. They don't blind one of the ex-general of Unomo J. Their case man. They said because he joined Boakai, so they want to get rid of him. He and Jefferson Koji, they are running a lot of people in Monrovia. Information says that we got people around the Bartown, around Monrovia and Bartonsville community. They are opposing this guy.
Is this on the news?
It's in the news. The boy discussed it. Yes, in the news. Mason Blind himself was on the news. He explained that somebody from Grand there called him and told him to be very mindful of himself because the guys are entitled to get rid of him.
So
it was headed by Carl Fale and
all this news that were on about the people keeping arms in Grand Gita at Door Mansion, all that is true.
It's coming to light, yes.
Because it's blinding for Grand Gita County, and all the reports talking about these things happening at Door Mansion in Grand Gita County, and they were denying it. Now yeah, the blind man in Monrovia, you talking about Gambian missionaries all over the country. What we're going back into?
Yeah, he appeared last night on a talk show, and explained that one of those guys from Grand Gita, one of his boys, Senegalese, the one gave him the information. The guys are coming, 250 Gambians. government mercenaries. They are in Liberia already. So if we had does not win, it will cause chaos. But in fact, the U.S. ambassador destined to Liberia, Mike Turner, said he's coming to fight corruption and lawlessness because these things are eroding Liberia. Corruption has eroded Liberia's progress.
So he coming to fight again. He coming to
So
continue
that's
to fight.
he come to fight. He come to continue the fight that
Makati was
Mark.
fighting it. He gave sanction and he
Yeah.
left. But they happened with the sanction. And then you guy coming to fight it too.
He come to fight it. He come to
Why
compete.
happened to strategy?
McCarthy in the job he started.
So
Well, we
what
didn't know
was
yet. He has not given a strategy. When he's confirmed and reach Liberia, they will follow. He will try to see. We get all his strategy, but we don't know his strategy yet.
But what
We
is
gotta
it?
go through confirmation.
What are
He
they
said it's confirmed.
what are they saying about these warlords and these combatants in Liberia?
The president has not talked anything. Even the chief of staff of the armed forces Liberia,
What are
we
US
haven't heard them
embassy
talking anything
saying?
yet.
What are US embassy saying?
Well, they are waiting the ambassador now. They cannot do anything now. We start in the action of the ambassador. So if ambassador has to come in the ground before any action be taken.
This is alarming, Sam. This is alarming. Our
Yeah, so
country cannot consistently be on the verge of instability. I mean, what is this, man? After 14 years of civil war, we're still in this mess. I mean, even on Erin Johnson salary, you see that I blame Erin Johnson salary too, man. And I can't get over it, Sam, because even on her, we are foreigners mining her instead of strengthening our military from then. You know, anyway, in power for 12 years. 12 years foreign military protected her. Wow, we had no military at all. Where was our military during the 12 years of Ellen rule? You know, they were supposed to be there, even if she had foreigners. We're supposed to have a strong military working with these foreign people so when they leave, we have a very extent of knowledge and experience from these foreign people. She had the Indians there, she had the Americans there, she had who there, the British there too. All the
yeah, the British, the Swedish, and all were guarding Ellie. In fact, she had FBI guarding her.
And these people didn't utilize those people to train our people, to extend the knowledge of our people. You see, and Sam, that's what hurts me with our leadership. You know, you bring people in our country. Don't let the people just be in our country. Let them train our people. Let our people work with. But you see, my Liberian people, we got to grow in our minds. We got to free our minds of all these petty things. That the only way we will grow and expand our country. All the tribal shit, all the family shit will not help us. We got to grow above it. We got to be a real democratic practicing nation for our country to grow. We can't let people come and just take over our economy and do what they want to do and we keep quiet. Our people, we got to make our people follow the damn laws. I will always be a banana republic, man. Our country is so small. Look at the money George we are wasting in our country. Look at the amount of money these fools and grown-up boys wasting and stealing. Our country, we could have a good military, we could have a good air force, we could have a good disciplined, civilized government running our country. Not big. Everybody will not be getting a check, but our public sector will be very productive. Will be very productive. But with all of their petty stealing, too much of petty stealing. I mean, people stealing 50,000 here, 10,000 there, 100,000 here. The petty stealing too much. Our country can't grow. Our country, how we do things, we can't do it. We can't do it. But if we focus our minds to building our nation and being patriots of Liberia, things could change when we get good leadership. Ensure our leadership is good. Don't just put people in power and leave them there. We check on those fools. You make mistake, one mistake, you out. You go to jail. We cannot play with our meager resources. When we like these people to our government, all of us must be like hawks on them. We must know what they're doing, why they want to do it, where our money going. Every damn thing, we got to know it. And look, when we become a civilized nation, all this tribal bullshit will stop, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's what the people stealing from us like dogs. All we clean this tribal shit. We need to rise up as men and women of our nation, man. Forget about this tribal shit. Put leaders in power who understand and are above this tribal bullshit. When I look at you, I don't look at you as a native man or a tribal man. No. I look at you as a man with potentials. A man that can build. A man who's powerful enough to work with me to move our country forward. But we can't do it alone. Our mentalities gotta grow, man. When our minds grow, our whole country will change. Our lives will change. Right now, with the baby children, we're thinking of petty stealing. We're not thinking about our country. That we're all poor and shit. You know, everybody wanted something, and everybody can't get this something unless we collectively put our minds and efforts together. Then we get plenty of money to divide, and everybody can go home happy. But it will not happen if all of us just want steal. No, the thing's too small for us to steal. We got to build it up before we can divide it. We got to make sacrifices. That's the word, sacrifices. But the only problem about it, my people, you see, I like to be truthful. Because no matter what we try to do, no matter how many sacrifices we make, if the people leading us are rogues, if the people leading us are deceitful, if the people leading us are liars and deceitful and dishonest people, our dreams can never be accomplished. That's why you see, government, we trust nobody. You trust nobody. Not even my own brother or my mom, I trust her in government. Because when they screw up, that screw up can damage us for years and years to come. That's why we got to put people there who know what to do. Because as poor people, we don't have, our resources are meager. And if we have people wasting our resources, hey man, Liberian people, when you work together, we all understand what I'm saying. You understand? But if people won't be stubborn, like my brothers and sisters, then, we're not doing it because Rodney said it. You won't be stubborn like that. We'll never achieve nothing. That was today, we have never achieved nothing. Because when I told them 30 years ago, we can do this. This is the way for us to achieve things. Do you think if we had done it, by now, our lives be different? All of us be enjoying life in this country. But we're struggling. Because people won't be stubborn. You think you're hurting me? You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting your children. Rodney told you all the solution. We can advance ourselves by this. You see? But we need honest leaders. We need people who we can trust. Not people who will just steal from us and find ways to rob us for themselves. You can't do that. And you see, that's why when people say they love you and you see them doing useless, crooked shit, how can they love you, man? How can they love you? They don't love you. If I say I love you, I will do everything right to enhance your life. I will not look for, even if I look for shortcut, it will be to benefit you. And I will teach you why I found that shortcut for us to achieve what we're going to achieve. But if I find a shortcut for me to screw you, and benefit while you're suffering, while I take your wealth for myself. I don't love you. That's greed. That's corruption. But we all got to work together. Go ahead, sir.
And Nigeria has been a center of discussion in Liberia in recent time. And uh, these warlords are preparing to cause havoc. Uh, some time ago, Alfred Donor, the next Meyer Street, that got missing.
They said
Information reaching us.
they buried that guy alive.
They buried him live. The elders buried him live. He got sick, and they took him to the sick bush, and they went for him. Only because he said he would be transparent. They wanted to cheat for George Weah. And he said no. He was sent by leg, and he was a manager to go. So he's not going to cheat for Weah. So because of that, they went for the sick bush and buried him alive.
You kidding me, man?
He was buried alive by the elders of the county.
Did you find out who did that and jail all those people? To hell with elders. Those are criminals.
Yeah, those who brought the information to identify the elders.
Yes, they should identify them and jail.
Because
Sam,
yeah, according to
we should get away from it. We should get away from the elders and things. Those people don't deserve no damn respects. They are criminals. They are damn criminals. They no damn elders. Elders are people who uphold our law and promote our society and enhance the community. These people are murderers. They are political murderers. We go and jail their asses. Plain and simple.
So that's a good information. That's a good information. The police need to get involved, with this thing orderly, because it was a guy who narrated the story and who called Boneke, Blai, to explain what happened. And he confessed that these guys didn't want to kill the war.
That's the scene I was talking about 1980 with my pa. All the way I told my pa they were going to overthrow them, he never got the NSA to interrogate me. People hear information in our country and let this information slide by. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's why they call discerning. You got to be able to discern whether the law is valuable or not. Okay? So you got to be able to discern that. That's what we have security people for. That's what we train people for. So when you get all this information coming in, you can know what information is relevant that needs to be double checked and what information you can watch and what information you need to discard. You see? So you got different kinds. You got information you need to act on right away. You got information you need to study and investigate. You got information you need to watch. Just watch it. And you got information you can throw out. So you have to discern where the information you're getting fall, which category it fall in. And if you can't do that, people will lose their lives. People will lose their lives. But apparently, in 1980, God wanted a military coup to happen in our country. Because with all the people knew something was wrong. All the information talk about them were getting. They didn't act on it. They didn't act on it. They did not act on it at all. The presidents from different countries were telling Toba, we got information that there's a coup plotted in Liberia. I knew it. Richard Toba knew it. Other people in Liberia knew it. But those people never acted on it. They can't say, oh, America coming. They just this. So that's why I talk about spiritualism yesterday, Sam. We are a spiritual people. When things are about to happen, no matter how educated you are, how wise you are, how privileged you are, how security conscious you are, it will happen. It will happen. because everything is spiritual. No matter what you tell the person, if God said that thing will happen, because it's a punishment on our people, it will happen. It will happen. Same way when we spend millions of dollars on security, then people come and just penetrate our country. We can't even see, we don't act on them. We don't do nothing to them. They just come and attack us. Why? Huh? Every time I look at the Israeli and Palestinian thing, look at when the people got into those Israeli guys, when they got into the Gaza Strip, into the Israeli area, they were there for 12 hours doing whatever they want to do. What happened to the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force? Those guys were trained to be there like that. They were trained to be there like that. Watch the news. Everybody was saying, what happened to the IDF? What happened to the IDF? They didn't show up for 12 hours, Sam. 12 hours. People who train every day to show up immediately. They didn't show up for 12 hours. Why? How do you explain that? That were all the people, all the Israeli asking, why they didn't show up? Why? Because everybody thought that they had a safe room so they could roam in there for 2 or 3 hours so the IDF can come with helicopters and everything to save them. That's what they had safe rooms for. The safe room is not to be there forever. The safe room is just run in there for emergency for a couple of hours, no more than a couple of hours, because people could blow up that house. Some of those houses were burned with the people in it. You could shoot through the house. You see, now they should have dug underground instead of just having a safe room, have underground place where they could go in case people try to shoot.
A bunker.
Huh?
Yeah, bunker.
Yeah, like a bunker. You gotta have a bunker like that, but they didn't intend to stay there long. When you build bunkers like that, I mean, you're going for a week or more underground, so where you stack food and everything. So for a longer time. But when you got a safe room, it's just for a couple of hours, no more than a couple of hours, because that would give the IDF enough time to respond before the people can set the house ablaze, or if they got bombs, you screw. If they got grenades and things, you screw. But if it's not using grenade, if they just trying to break in with their hands or with the gun butts and things like that, you got at least 2 hours to respond. You can put things behind the door, make the door but they will shoot in the room, so you gotta stay low. But I think that was the problem. People were waiting for the IDF and they never showed up for 12 hours. You know what can happen in 12 hours? That way you listen to the news, the people say those guys were just ransacking the place, doing anything they wanted to do for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to hit and run. But when they got there, nobody showed up. So they said, oh, shit, let's shoot some more, let's do that, let's do this. And they just did anything they wanted to do for 12 hours. So that was intensive. But why didn't the IDF show up? You got to wonder about those things. Why didn't they show up? Did somebody sabotage something? Was somebody negligent or derelict in the performance of the duties? Because if you go through training to react to a situation, why you wouldn't react? Why you wouldn't react? Except there was miscommunication. There was false information, spread of false information. Something. There's something going on in our country, Sam. Why would we have leadership? Then all of a sudden, we bombarded with all these warlords and these criminals in our country, turning our country into a field of criminal battleground. What is this? What is this? All these killers among us, man. We got all these killers among us and they're not going. All these killers among us, they're not going, man. They're not benefiting us. It's destroying our nation. No, all the way we talk about election being peaceful. Now look at the result of what coming to happen. Is this any sign of peaceful election? Understand? You see people trying to kill each other in the
All about
country.
intimidation and all that. That's not peaceful. A lot of intimidation. I don't know where they observe. They are recording all these things happening. A lot of intimidation around the country. If you're not for George, you are enemy of the state. Can you imagine that? Look at Grandchildren. What they buried this man alive only because he refused to cheat for George Weah. So I mean, they one country. I mean, they want to bring another problem for their country. Now from Grandchildren, go to Bon County. The female traditional leaders have trained their tools and over to government, to the NGOs, to the advocates, and saying that if you want to get involved in this FGM anymore, maybe for temporary, we don't know yet, but I think the tools. The female genital mutilation is a good. I mean, it's a win for those advocates that were stepping in so that we get abolished all these things. Kickback was the first in January that to change the tools. Now it's part of our Bon County. So we didn't see what other countries will follow.
Sam, I really feel sorry for women who undergo that kind of operation. You know, it's painful one, and some of them suffer from it. Some of them don't stop bleeding from that thing. They don't stop bleeding. They have infections from that thing. You know, and above all, man, Sam, sex is no fun for you. You know, it's just like having these men just lay on top of you to make you a little baby making machine. You know, that they're only for their satisfaction. You know? So it pisses me off, man. It really pisses me off that women will subject themselves to that kind of thing. You know, and they don't know
more
what
women,
they do.
more women are regretting why they ever to fight it. Some of them were kids. I mean, they didn't.
Some sex is, how can you enjoy sex? Right? You know, you like a baby making machine. You get the feeling. Everybody get that urge. You don't. It's natural. You get the urge. You want to have a man and all of that. But the kind of experience you're supposed to experience, you will not experience it. Because only the man there to benefit, not you. It's only everything there just for the man and not for the woman. You know? It's understandable, Sam, even in government. Look at Ellen Johnson said it, all the way she educated, she screwed our country up. You know? Women would subject themselves to men. You know, if a woman love you, unlike a man, she will give you everything. There are a few men who will give you everything. There are a few men, when they fall in love, it's like they lose their minds. But not every man. But a lot of women, as soon as they fall in love with a man, you will know right away. You will know right away. If they're in position, in leadership power, and they don't have no boyfriend before they start the thing, say they want to be in politics, and they have no boyfriend, their attitude will be totally different. As soon as they get boyfriend, you know. If you're watching them, if you're watching their attitude, you're in tune with them. Son, the same thing happening in rural area, man. We are leaders, the women. As soon as they get boyfriend and the boyfriend in the politics with them and in the community leadership, I know right away. Because they will start thinking they're their boyfriend. So they will never think like that before. That thing will be totally different. They will be challenging the man, all of that. As soon as that man bang that thing, hit that thing, their attitude will change. And you know, I pick it up right away. And all the women leading my community that are involved in that, As soon as it happened, I tell them, I say, you haven't been in a relationship. They say, oh, Chesson, how you know? I say, I know it. Yeah, you're my leader.
Yeah.
I work with you every day. I see how you behave. You think I don't study you? I study my leader. I study my leader. People I work with, I study you. I don't just work with you. I study your behavior. I study everything. So when you change, I know you change. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. And as soon as they change the attitude, I go to them straight. I say, you change. You're doing something to this person. They say, oh, just how you know? I said, yeah. That's my business to know these things. I'm law enforcement. I study these things. That's my job, to study behavior. You know? And that will break people down all the time, Sam. Because if you're not focused on what you're doing and you form relationships and you are influenced by these relationships, they can throw things off. They can throw things off because if you one way, then all of a sudden overnight you just change you another way, so something gotta be wrong. What's wrong? Why you just flip overnight? You see, because I'm a consistent person, Sam. If I'm doing something and we sit down, we say we're doing this, you better not change it. Because if we decide we're going to do something, there's a reason why we decide to do it. Because we want to see a certain outcome. And if we decide we're going to do this thing to achieve this outcome and you change it, we'll never achieve the outcome. Or we'll never see it to fruition. So how we know whether it will be successful or not? We'll never know. And this is the thing with leadership, Sam. This is the thing with leadership that makes it good or bad. When you and people lay things out together, say this is what we're going to do. One person can't change it. One person can't jump and say, oh, I tire. And that's what most Liberian people do. That's why we don't achieve nothing. People make an arrangement to do things. One person drop out, or one person change their mind, or one person is deceitful and a damn liar and don't mean what they want to do. You see that why every time you do things with Liberian people, you're going to sign contract. So if anybody break it, you sue somebody. Because the only way our people will learn. There were all the guys that got in businesses in Rhode Island. When they come, they tell me, say, oh, Chesson, we're getting in business. I tell them, sign contract. Don't just get in business because you say that your cousin or that your brother and sister. I said, no. I don't care who they are. Even your own mom. Sign contract or you will lose. Because if you don't have a contract, if you don't have an agreement, you don't have something on document that say why you all came together, what the purpose of your coming together. How people will know why you came together? That your word against theirs. So anything you do, you want investing money in it with your brother and sister, put it in contract. You can sue them. You can sue them. Because when you investing with people, that's serious business. They're not small business. You call your brother and sister and say, let's do this, let's put our money together. And they say, yes, let's do it. You can't expect to lose your money because of the stupidity, of the behavior, of the childishness. You can't do that. That's why you put things in writing. I don't care who you are. My Liberian people, that's why we always fail. We think we got relatives and our cousin will be loyal to us. When it comes to money, when it comes to property, you have no relatives. You have no brothers or sisters. Okay? You got to put it in writing. You got to make documentation. Because people are flip-flop. When it comes to money, people got relationships. Okay? Everybody got a girlfriend and boyfriend. Got a mom and pa. You and me talk, you go home, your sister tell you, oh, that thing you did with Chesson, that foolishness, man. You let Chesson do that, you better go change that thing. Most people will get up and do it and deceive you. But when you got it in writing, that person change it, you're going to sue them. You're going to take everything for them. My Liberian people, that the first step to working with other Liberian people, do it in writing. I don't care what kind of contract it is. if they're walking the dog down the street on Sunday morning, put it in writing. Let them sign it. If they sign it, they will never obey it. Liberian people scared of court. They scared of lawyer. And above all, they scared of jail. Lock those bitches up. I don't give a damn. You got anything with Liberian people, put it in writing. Let them know it's no joke. Even with my community organization, that we were successful, Sam. Something we did in the community, people had to sign. Because if you're not there, you're not there. You sign the paper to say you're going to do so and so. People don't want to sign things because that commitment. And this is where our country got to be. As the thing they do in America, Sam, you're working somewhere, they change the rules, they take paper around, and everybody will read it and sign it, that the rule will change, and they read it, and they signed it, and the people will keep it. Because when you come, you say, oh, I didn't know the rule will change, I didn't see it, they bring that paper out to see that you signed it. And once you sign it, you are booked. Okay? So these are just the things we teach people besides our major education. But what we are in Liberia today is a serious thing for our national security. Too many warlords and war combatants are still in our country, still influencing our political arena and thinking that they are our leaders. We can't tolerate these people in our society. The Botneke, the PYJ, all these useless murderers that kill our people, you see, because we kept them in our government, because we show them we're afraid of them and we want them to be our savior. This is what we end up with. This is what we end up with. They never respected each other during the wartime. How do we respect each other now? Any thing that happened, they will run to the bush and get their arms to fight each other. This is where we are. We don't deserve this. We, the masses of the Liberian people, do not deserve this useless lifestyle of these damn criminals, warlords, and grown-up boys. We don't deserve it. We keep telling you. Okay. Sam, it's time to go. You got anything to say?
Yeah, man. On this, I'm just still on this ground that issue. While other countries around the sub-region are improving, they are improving, they are progressing, and we still talk about war. So those in the states, in the grand, in the states must talk to their kids, man. That we don't want war in this country no more.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we after peace. We don't want war. There's no war. We don't want no war because you know how long it been since 1980, over 50 years, and Liberia going nowhere.
But Sam, we sit here and we look
We
at
still
all the
want to take us backward again for another 40, 50 years.
we sit here and look at all the circumstances. Okay. First of all, you know that in the southeastern place, in the southeastern of Liberia, there's no development there.
That's true.
No roads going there. Where you don't have roads, how development will go there? No development going there. So that in and of itself is a hindrance to the people in our area. They have no life. You know Pazawi, right?
Pazawi?
Yeah, he always on the internet. That my buddy
That way.
from Rhode Island. Yeah, he went back.
Yeah.
He went back to Grand Gina, and he was the first one that complained about the Burkina bees in Grand Gina taking all the land. They wanted to jail him. They silenced him. They took him to court. They took him to the magistrate. When you look, my boy got silent because he was the first one talking. He said, all in the city, nothing but Burkina bee. What happened to the Grangidians? All these people guys are taking over Grangida. That because no roads, Sam.
They can't fight.
Yeah, and no roads. So the people who supposed to be living in Grand G there, all of them coming to Monrovia. Why do you think Monrovia is so packed? So there's nobody in the counties. Anybody you can go there and do nothing in the southeast. No security, no roads. You know that's the problem with bad government. If anything happen in Maryland now, there's no way for us to send security up there. It's cut us from Monrovia.
And running inside, I saw people walking in the river with bottle buses. Going to another town, no road.
Yeah.
They walk with a bottle buses on their head, going to another village.
We saw all the video.
In the deep water.
Yeah. Why in this day and age? Why would we Liberians accept that kind of life? You know, it just demonstrates the level of ignorance in our country. And we think it's fun. We think this tribal thing good. You know, to see our people stealing our money, ripping our country off, and we laughing, pointing, oh, that you. And we can't go to our country. We can't go through our country after nearly 200 years of existence. This is insanity, Sam. This is
they run off. It's all about proper affiliation. If you're not from Bon County, you're not a better man. Better man is not for you. You're not from the southeast is not for.
Let them do it. They're scared of the Congo man. The Congo man will come back. When you're killing yourself and destroying your own livelihood and progress and advancement, you don't expect other people to come and dominate you. They'll come and dominate you. And therefore, also love our country. We're telling our people, you got to change your mentality. It's not right. Our country is not about conquering country. Our country is about Liberianism. And we got to understand this. Because when we sit down here and see you can't go to the southeastern part of Liberia, it is totally cut out from our country. Man, it's beyond national security risk. It's beyond national security. We're a puppet country. We're a puppet country. It's just that God bless us. Nobody want to invade us or take our country. Or the people up there, they don't want to succeed or cut away from Liberia. If they want to, they could easily do that. Our military can go up there. What will we do? Go through Ivory Coast with military? I beg your pardon. Sam, make your final conclusion, brother.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Election.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
today will be the final. Today will be the final. The final result will be announced today by next.
Today or tomorrow?
We heard about the 7th of the month. Today, Monday.
Oh yeah, I thought that
thing you sent me today, Monday, according to the news.
That thing you sent me said Tuesday.
Yeah, it was Tuesday, but last night news it said Monday. Why I got it.
So we don't know whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Even okay, so between now and Wednesday will be the final also.
Because we got 3 dates now.
But we're saying to this Monday will be a final announcement. I was heard last night on the news. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is the 25th.
Monday will be the final.
Next.
Okay.
According to the news Monday today, Monday.
Maybe the
final result.
Okay. What time today?
I was 11 already this morning. So we're hoping I think it'll be around the same time. Because they were announced, they rerun the result for Nima and other places. You know, some of these things have been corrected, so it will be announced according to them today. So then wait and see whether it be today tomorrow. According to news this morning, they said today.
Okay.
Yeah, we hope and see. Okay, Rodney. Thank you for now. So far, so good. That's the latest coming from Liberia. Thank you so much.
Okay, Sam. Have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you. You too. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you hear from my brother, man. Our country is in a state of peril. Peril. We got mercenaries in Liberia, man, from Gambia. All these guys bringing warriors into our country for what? For what? We have the people in Grand Judah storing weapons. So if George Weahs failed the election, they can come and forcibly keep themselves in power. Now we hear about Bly and all these people in Monrovia. People who are supposed to be in Grand Judah County. The superintendent of Grand Judah County is in Monrovia with combatants. For what? I hope America hearing all of this and dealing with all of this. Because here we go again. Here we go again. Y'all keep putting the high school dropouts in government, and we keep having the same problem over and over and over again, consistently and continuously. Have a good day, my people. My class is done. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Don't do what I wouldn't want to do. Lieutenant Commander J. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show is done. I'm out.